Today's show is going to blow your minds. And how I know that is because when I made the show, what we did was we phoned 15 of the biggest investors in the world, the biggest names in crypto in the world. And I said to them, look, tell me about the top 5 tokens in your portfolio. Tell me what 5 tokens you would put into your portfolio right now if you were investing. And it was like, when I got the answers from them, it was like, holy shit, maybe I should add that to my portfolio too. And so today, the whole day I've been sitting here going, damn, and questioning my portfolio. So that's one of the things we're going to do today. I'm going to give away 2 Christmas BYBIT bonuses. I'm going to give away 2 Run and James portfolios. I've got a whole lot of scoop for you on FTX. We have to talk about FTX. I said I wouldn't, but I have to because it is what it is. And there's a lot of other news, including 2 or 3 other things that I'd be buying. So I wasn't here yesterday. I'm back today. It's going to be huge. It's going to be fun. Let's do it.
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and get the guy go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Yo, wakey, rise and shine. We've got a big show here together. Where is everyone? I wasn't here yesterday for one day. I go to my son's school concert and I come back and everyone's like, not here anymore. Listen, smash the like button. Let everyone know that I am back and we're doing this again and it's going to be fun and it's going to be big and there's a lot going on. Sorry, let me just turn up some volume here. How's my volume? Is my volume good enough? Loud enough? Yeah. Okay, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be big. I promised you guys that what we're going to do today is we're going to do 2 of the BYBIT challenges because I didn't do a BYBIT giveaway yesterday. Remember, if you want to participate, and it's very simple, open a BYBIT account using the link below. There is a link below. Use that link. Open a BYBIT account. Put over $250 or more into the BYBIT account. Then it's very simple what we do. We go here. I go to a random number generator so that it's all fair. We know right now today there is 5,379. I'm going to generate a number now. The number, as you can see, is 622. Then I'm going to go to the sheet on BYBIT, and I'm going to go to row number 622. We're going to do this twice today, which means that you still got time. If you want to do it, you still got time. And I think it's going to be amazing. Let's just see what this guy wins. This should be a lot of fun. And then I'm going to blow your mind. So before we do this, I'm going to blow your mind today. What I did today was I called the biggest names in crypto. I called people like Charles. I called people like Richard Hart. I called people like Mike Novogratz, I called everyone. I sent messages to everyone. And I said, hey, what are the top 5 tokens that you would be buying right now for a 2-year-old? Arthur Hayes, a whole lot of people. And today we're going to reveal their holdings. I've got their holdings right here. So I'll just show you some of what you can see. So I got Jordy, I got Richard Hart, I got Avishal, I got Hasib, I got Sandeep from Matic. I've got Dupes, I've got Jose, I've got the CTO Larson, Miles, Sheldon, even BitBoy. I've got lots of people. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at all the other ones. So okay, let's do this quickly. Let's give away the BYBIT first one. We'll do a second one. So the account number is 3621718. Kyle, what is the box that I have to open? Have you done a poll on Twitter?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to my Twitter account. Let's get that poll quickly, and then we've got to start the show because there's a lot of alpha here today. Okay, box number 2. Again, everybody wants box number 2. Okay, so if they want box number 2, let's give them box number 2. But before we do box number 2, let's open box number 1 and see what you would have won. Okay, so if you had picked box number 1, $4.40 would have been the amount. Garbage. But that's not all you get. You would have also got a massage, a full body oil massage from Jimmy. Okay, but you didn't win that. You didn't win that. You didn't win that because that was in box number 1. Let's take box number 3 and show you what is in box number 3. Okay, hold on a second. This game is rigged, bro, because every time it's the highest prize that wins. So you would have got $500. Okay, you're not getting that. And you would have got a one-on-one trading lesson with Sheldino. Sheldon's like looking here going, did I commit to a trading lesson? I don't even know anything about it.
Yeah,
okay,
I was about to say.
Okay, lastly, box number 2. This is what the guy won or the girl won. Let's see what it is. Dun, 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 dun.
Bro, they also won 1,000 on mine. Like there's an inside job. There's an inside job happening somewhere.
Doesn't end. Hold on. It doesn't end. Hold on. It doesn't end. It doesn't end. It doesn't end. It doesn't end. You also win
Oh,
dinner with Kyle Dupes on Zoom.
on Zoom. Oh, I love it. That's great.
Send me a Zoom link.
Okay, so listen, whoever's dealing with the boxes, fill up the boxes because we're going to go do the boxes. Sheldina, I'm bringing you on in a sec. Fam, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. Let's have some fun. I need you guys back. I need the energy back. I was gone for one day. Let's get everybody back here. Let's get everybody back here so we can start sharing the love and sharing the alpha. I'll show you some of the charts that I've been looking at. I don't know if you guys noticed on Bitcoin what happened today. So it was trading like way above 17,000, like 17.1, 17.2. Then bang, Bitcoin goes down to 16,750. Took a look at the rest of the market. The rest of the stock market kind of looked okay. I mean, it's still 0%, 0%, 0% on the stock market. So Bitcoin's holding up pretty well. It's like kind of like every time it gets sold down, it bounces up again, which for me is a very, very, very good signal. Also, the Bitcoin dominance still at just above 40. I am looking to take a bet with someone for the next 3 years and 5 years that Bitcoin dominance is going to go very, very, very far down. In fact, I'm willing to commit or to bet that Bitcoin dominance is probably going to go below 20% in 5 years. Someone says, please stream the dinner. Will you stream the dinner, Carl?
Of course.
Okay, brilliant. Let's look at some of the other charts that I'm looking at. So I'm looking at the NASDAQ. Not much happening on the NASDAQ. Remember, we've got CPI coming out on the 13th of December. We are looking for an inflation reading that is below 7.7. That would be absolutely amazing if we got it. The one chart that I am watching, which is kind of like weird, doesn't sit very well with me, is what they call the VIX, the Volatility Index. And what you can see is that the VIX is now climbing back to levels where it was around November. So the last time the VIX was at this level was on the 30th of November. And what that means, it means the market is anticipating volatility. So we got to look at that and find out why. One other chart that I am looking at, and I mean, I don't know, Sheldino Tentina will probably agree with me here, but when I look at this Dixie chart, okay, parabola, trend gone ages ago, parabola gone ages ago. But no, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I see a lower low there. Huh? I see a lower low. And I know it's just the tip. I know it's just the tip. But I mean, sometimes just the tip can be enough. Like I know that a lot of my friends have succeeded with just the tip. So I don't know. What, Sheldino, what do you think? Are you bullish on are you bullish on this chart or not?
No. I'm quite bearish on the Dixie. Stock market looks good, bro. So and 10-year yields also next week.
Why are you bearish on Dixie? Do you not see the lower low? I see lower low.
Bearish on Dixie.
No, bearish is that it's going to go down.
Yeah, bearish. So it's going to go down. There might be a temporary bounce at some point, but I think it is. I think it does come down. So I'm definitely bearish on that and bullish on the stock market. Maybe there's a temporary bounce at some point, but that should come all the way down, probably back to the mid-90s, to be honest. And that could still. Yes. We'll obviously see what happens after that, but probably the mid-90s is my area.
That's exactly what I thought. Tentino, hold on a second. I just want to see if I've got something here. Okay, I'm going to disclose something to you guys. Okay, I'm just going to get you off for 1 second so that there's no misunderstandings here, because I like to be transparent with you in terms of what I've done. I'm telling you that I have bought the token. I'm telling you that I haven't done enough research to recommend the token to you guys, but I don't want you afterwards to accuse me of not telling you when I actually bought the token. So I'm going to be honest, I bought a token. I'm doing more research and I may up my position, but I'm not telling you guys to go and buy it yet because I don't think it's safe yet. I haven't yet done enough research. Kyle, you know what token I'm talking about? You should know, because we spoke about it on the morning call. It's called Giddy.
I would have guessed it.
You would have guessed. So I did buy some, or full disclosure, I bought some at 0015 and 0028. So that's where I bought. I am doing more research. I will show you guys when I've done the research. I am not telling you to buy it. I have not done enough research to get you guys into it, but keep it on your radar. Start doing the research now. I'm doing more research. I'm speaking to the team this afternoon, and then we can do it. You see, the things, this guy's right. The more transparent we are, that's where I get my name. There's no transparent without run. You can see that. Anyway, listen, I don't know if you watch Sheldino Tentino show. So I was watching Sheldino Tentino show, and I was watching it on my phone, driving back to the office to start preparing for my show. Got pulled over by the police, got a 500 Rand, which is like $35 fine for watching a show on my phone. And the reason why I was watching it is because he got me to start thinking about whether I have enough ETH in my portfolio. Walk me through your ETH versus Bitcoin, because like right now I've got more Bitcoin in my portfolio. Show me what you're thinking from a technicals point of view.
Cool, brother. So firstly, I do agree with you with the dominance. I think the dominance will probably go a lot lower than what we expect, and will probably go lower than what we got previously of that 35%. Like the mid-20s makes sense. But it makes sense to me that ETH is the one that replaces a lot of that dominance. Now, I'm not saying all of it. I do think altcoins will obviously rage. But one thing that I saw with ETH, I was actually going through it this morning, and I was going through the ETH to Bitcoin, and understanding that obviously Bitcoin's made a lower low in the last few weeks, and ETH has held pretty strong. You know, it's still at 1.3, which is a good level. But one thing I did understand on the weekly is I saw these two moving averages that we've used many times, the 20 and the 50 moving. And I like to just use simplicity of what's happened previously before, and things that don't happen too often. And what we did get it was just after the March crash, you know, basically the start of the 2020 bull run. We had this initial crush of the 20 and the 50 moving average. And what it ended up doing was getting ETH to outperform Bitcoin for over 750 days. So it's an indicator that shows us a trend for quite a long period of time. And then what happened is the little dip off, obviously, throughout this year. And now I see that we've just crossed those lines again, you know, for the first time in the last 2 years. Now, I just like using this indicator as a time thing, just to say that when we're getting this little shift, like it's showing for good amounts of time. And the only thing that we have to do after that is hold the red line. As long as we hold the red line, you could see here, slight little just touches, little wick under, but as long as we held it, we had that strong continuation. And for me, it's always been this big fight of we had the ETH merge, and it's like we didn't see the immediate reaction, but I did think that on a longer time frame view, this would benefit ETH quite a bit. Now, what we basically have on this chart is firstly, we had the RSI break a 2-year trend and holding a support, so showing strength there. And we've had the cross on the stochastic RSI, so those are agreeing. And we have this bull flag where we previously made a really strong higher high, and it's a bullish pattern. And what it's basically indicating is firstly, we're getting the confirmation that this can be a long trend, not a short one, because of the cross of the MAs. But when we break this bull flag, it basically finally breaks out of these resistance points that we've touched 3 or 4 times in the past, and it takes us to the next. And the next one shows me a 60%, and the one after that shows me 110%. And we had the argument that if ETH can outperform Bitcoin by 140%, it flips it. And the big question is, I think if the market goes in the bull market, like a proper bull run, I don't think ETH will flip Bitcoin in a bull run. I think it can flip it in a lead up to a bull run or a bear cycle. Maybe not flip it, but catch up.
I think it's the other way around, Sheldon. I think it's the other way around. I think in a bear market, people are going to stay with what they know. And right now, what they know is Bitcoin. I think in a bull market, people are going to get a little bit more risk taking, and they're going to say, hold on, Bitcoin's not going to be the best performer. I'm going to start moving my stuff into ETH. And I think that what's going to happen is the following. This is my thesis. And that's why I loved your show today. And you actually inspired me not only to do a show, but I'm actually going to take a trade here live on the show.
Fantastic.
Today. I'm just trying to get hold of the traders. I put it into hold on, let me just get hold of the traders.
So what you're saying on that run, the reason why I was saying that I think ETH gets to all-time high before Bitcoin. So what I'm saying is the build up. We're coming out of a
Bitcoin into the into the spot. Can you put 10 BTC, please?
From where?
But just work it out. I'm just on the show, but I need it done. All right, so he's gonna put 10 BTC. You can, Eldon. I think I'm just telling him he can. Sheldon, hold the fort here. I'm just running to the traders. Hold on. I'm just running to the traders room. Hold on. You hold the fort here.
Okay. So guys, think about it. A bear market, the market comes down 70, 80%. And then what it does is it usually has a slow, gradual growth back to those levels. I'm thinking in that time, we have ETH recover quite a lot faster than Bitcoin. I still think the markets gradually move up. But by me just tracking, basic indicators as in these moving averages crossing and seeing these little bullish patterns, this is not only showing me that we are forming a bullish pattern, but it is showing me that possibly this market wakes up in the next week or two, we can actually break this pattern. And it's showing that we could actually reach this area of period before we even go back into a bull run or the all-time highs. So what I'm saying is, I think the lead up of Bitcoin going back up to the higher levels, may it be next year, maybe the year after, I think ETH gets to the all-time high territory first. I really do. And then I think when Bitcoin breaks all-time high in the future, then I think it goes back to Bitcoin. But for now, I think ETH over the next 2 years is going to outperform Bitcoin quite a bit. Until we break all-time highs, then I think Bitcoin takes over again.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I've said this 1,000,001 times. Gold, which is the ultimate store of value today, has less of a market cap than, say, Amazon or technology or the internet or whatever else. And I always think that the internet and the use cases of Ethereum are much bigger than the use cases of a store of value, which is just, an alternative store of value, which is money. ETH is also deflationary. ETH also has a very, very, very high staking yield. So, you can see that a lot of people now are staking their Ethereum. They're staking their ETH. This is the number of ETH that are staked. You can see that right now, if you look at it today, you have 12.8% of all Ethereum staked, securing the network and earning a yield. And I think the yield's about, it's over 5%, if I remember correctly. So that's the first thing. And you can see that. Second thing is, when the market was doing stuff after FTX, this is where FTX started to collapse and people started to trade, you can see that Ethereum became very, very, very deflationary. Now the market's quiet again, so it's slightly inflationary. But for me, I just look at this and I go, do I want to own Ethereum that is deflationary and gives me yield, or do I want to own Bitcoin, which is just a store of value? Right now, I think I'm going to do a switch from Bitcoin into ETH. I went to the traders. I told them to put 10 Bitcoin into the BYBIT account. What we'll do is we'll just swap them into ETH on the show today, so that you guys can see that we're putting our money where our mouth is, and it's not just talking. Listen, I've got a lot to go through. You're welcome to stay.
I think last thing, just 2 secs. I looked at the ETH dominance as well, and it's sort of, we've just gotten the same cross there, and it is showing, if we break this wedge, possibly in the next week or two, it is showing the next targets of up to 25% on the ETH dominance. So it's quite interesting, because that will obviously suck the Bitcoin dominance. It is quite interesting. So I think the big thing is, we don't know if the low's in yet. We're thinking it's near. People, for me, it's quite risky to get out of the market now, because it can bounce at any point. For me, it's just putting your capital in the safest assets, and I'll just say ETH is probably one of the big percentages I would just be holding for now.
All righty, listen, amazing. Thank you, my brother. Good to see you back on the show. We will see you again tomorrow. Big show tomorrow. I know he's been doing some amazing shows. Go watch your show earlier about Bitcoin and ETH. Go smash it. It's there. See you in a bit, my brother.
Cheers, bro.
Yo, okay, so that's that. I want to show you another thing which I'm watching, because again, this is, I got to show you what I'm doing. That's all I can do is show you what I'm doing. So first thing which I've noticed is people are taking a lot of Bitcoin off exchanges. Very, 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 very happy to hear that. Finally, it's unfortunate that it took a tragedy for it to happen, but we are getting it, which is amazing. And what the guy says, over nearly 1 million ETH, 869,000 Bitcoin, not ETH, have been moved off exchanges since March 2020. Fascinating to see the difference between 2018 and 2019 and today. So this is the 2018, 2019 bull market. People were storing their coins on exchanges, and then you look at this, bear market, and then you look at this, bull, bear, and then you look at the bear market here, and people are taking their stuff off exchanges, which is very good. The other thing which I saw, which is very cool, when you're talking about taking your stuff off exchanges, is that Ledger have launched a new ledger, and I think it's actually like cool. It makes owning a ledger pretty cool. So the designer of the ledger is this guy Tony Faddle, and what he did was he was the guy that worked on creating the iPod, iPhone, and Next. So this is like a absolute design genius. And what he's done now is he's created the new ledger. And I don't think they could have launched it at a better time. It looks so slick. It looks like a phone. It looks like something that we're all used to using. So yeah, he designed that. By the way, if you want to buy one, there is a referral link below. If you use the referral link, I think you get a discount. I think you get 10% off or something like that. You can pre-order them today. So just go to the link below, go to the ledger, and then click. It looks good. Eh? It looks like a phone. It looks super cool. Generally, though, to be honest, if you're going to buy one, and even though it does look super cool, I don't think that you should be flashing it around. Like, don't tell people you're in crypto. Don't tell people you're in crypto. You know, like, I had a friend, I've said this before, it was made into a video, but I had a friend, he was on the phone, speaking on the phone. People knew he was in crypto. Someone ran past him while he was on a phone call, grabbed his phone, went onto the phone, cleared out all his crypto. And then I don't know what they did with the phone. So kind of like, these are not the kind of things that you want to flash. But I mean, I think if you're going to have a ledger, then go and get the cool ledger. So Bitcoin coming off, more Ether being staked, more Bitcoin and Ether being taken off exchanges. And the last variable that I'm looking at is more people are trading on decentralized exchanges, which I think is unbelievable. Like, that's what we want. We don't want these centralized exchanges in a decentralized world. And we're getting it. Yeah, we got another spike here. November 22, 16% of all trading was done on DEXs. You can see the increase in DEX volume in November after the collapse of FTX. So good news. And they are starting to generate fees. So you look at, like, as I said to you, like, you can look at GMX generating on average $289,000 a day in the last 7 days. You look at Curve also generating. So you can see that this market is starting to become super decentralized after the collapse of FTX, which is exactly what we wanted. All right, listen, I see that a lot of people haven't arrived today because I wasn't here yesterday. Do me a favor, smash a like. When we get to 5,000 people on the stream, that's only going to happen if you smash a like. I will start revealing Richard Hart's portfolio. And then I think we've got Charles Hoskinson's portfolio. I'll check. I don't know if Fred's updated it. And Sandeep's portfolio from Matic. So let's go. You guys, someone says, show us your DEX picks. Are we doing that again? All right, let's go. I said we wouldn't talk about FTX unless there was something really important that could really affect us. And yeah, now there is something really important, and it can really affect us. So we have to talk about it. I'm not going to do any more SBF interviews. I've stopped listening to SBF spaces just because I think I've heard enough bullshit from SBF. I just don't want to hear about it anymore. And as I'm sure you don't want to hear about it. But you know when I do want to hear about it? When it can affect my token portfolio. And this is why I want to talk about this. So why am I talking about this? Very simple. So the Financial Times, hold on, David, have you come in to bring more prizes? More prizes. Okay, put them in the boxes. We'll select a box in a second. All right. So the Financial Times found and broke a copy of Alameda's venture capital portfolio. So what? Tell you so what. So what? The problem is that a lot of these things are tokens, and you've got to know if Alameda has tokens, because those tokens are now going to be on the market. Now, that's a good thing and a bad thing. On the market means that they may have to be sold by the liquidator, or they will be sold in an over-the-counter transaction, and they may or may not hit the market. So it's very important that you understand what's in Alameda's portfolio and whether opportunities may come up. Generally, when I look at the Alameda portfolio, it's a fucking joke. Like, sometimes my son plays with my computer and like he just hits buttons. And I think that his portfolio, if he had just hit the buttons, would have been a better portfolio than Caroline's portfolio from Alameda. No jokes. Apparently, I read that Caroline had a $1.5 billion personal leverage position. I don't know if it's true. Can you imagine that clown had a $1.5 billion leverage position? Unbelievable. Anyway, let's quickly go through the shit. So we know they were invested in a lot of funds. They were invested in Genesis, $550 million. Okay. More, and then another $500 million. $1 billion of FTX is invested into Genesis. More. There's another 100 over here. Sequoia, they put $100 million into Sequoia and another $100 million into another fund of Sequoia. Miston Labs. Miston is Sui, right? Is it Aptos or Sui? Just check if is it Aptos or Sui. Guys, tell me. Is it? I keep forgetting. I've seen them both. Is Miston Aptos or Sui? It's one of the two. I just keep. Okay, cool. Then, okay, now this is like the craziest thing in the world. They invested in a thing called whole tokens. I've never heard of whole tokens. I'm in the token game every day. And it's Sui. There we go. I knew it was Sui. I've never heard of whole. Have you ever heard of whole? Have you ever heard of whole?
No, sir.
It's Fred. Fred, have you ever heard of whole?
I haven't. No, never in my life. In
Fred, can I
6.5 years of being in crypto.
Fred, can I tell everyone the big news? Can I not tell everyone where I'm going this weekend?
You can if you want. I
So
get
listen,
shy.
guys.
I'm gonna be off.
Okay, listen, guys. Big news, big news. This weekend, I am going to none other than Fredster's wedding. I'm going to Fred's wedding this weekend, bro.
Congratulations.
I'm going to Fred's wedding, bro. I'm going to Fred's wedding this weekend. Going to Fred's wedding. Believe it or not, someone actually agreed to marry him. And, you know, from that point on, we had to act fast, bro. We had to act fast before she changed her mind. So anyway, and yeah, so I'm going to Fred's wedding. Anyway, let's look at the rest of their balance sheet. So they have $50 million worth of Polygon. They have $70 million worth of NEAR. They got 50 million here, and they've got some in FTX. This is the problem. This could mean that the NEAR token. This just could be why their money, the NEAR token, the NEAR price has gone down. Okay, then we got Skybridge Capital. So $45 million was invested to buy Scaramucci's business. Okay, that's now Yuga Labs, which is the company that is the holding company for Bored Ape Yacht Club. $50 million. Can you believe it? Yeah, you see they put okay, Layer Zero, which is, so this is interesting. Look at this. Layer Zero, $40 million into Layer Zero at a valuation of $1 billion. They were in that round of $1 billion. They put $14 million. But I heard that they bought back the token. So don't know if that's cool. Okay, you see, there's the other $30 million of NEAR. Another $30 million of Layer Zero, but this time at a valuation of $3 billion. Okay, so there we go. Anchorage, which is the custodian firm, $20 million. Mina protocol, that's the smallest blockchain protocol, $20 million. See, and you can just see 1inch, $10 million in 1inch, $10 million in Secret Network. So you can see this is the type of investments that they made. I'll publish the spreadsheet so that you guys can have it and you can see all the yellows. Compare this to your portfolio. Just check that, you know, there's no holes in your portfolio and you're not going to be getting rained on with these tokens. $3 million into Lido. I'll buy that off them if they want. If the liquidator, John Ray III, if you want to sell your Lido, here I am. I'll buy it. Metaplex is an interesting one. Metaplex is interesting. I actually wanted to invest in Metaplex, but then the guy ghosted me. So the reason why I'm worried about it is because he's got the Banter curse. I don't know if I want to be involved with anyone who's got the Banter curse. Let's see. What else is there that's interesting here? Solana, restricted token purchase, $1.6 million. They kept buying Solana. Smart people. Sol Farm, Metaplex. Oh, Ref Finance, which is the DEX, only $1 million. Symmetry, we also invested in Symmetry, $1 million. So now we know. Now we kind of know where they are. I'll publish this for you guys to see. and we can just make sure that our portfolios is strong. Some other quick FTX news. We're not going to talk a lot about FTX because we don't really care about FTX anymore. The one thing that we saw is that Maxine Waters, remember that SBF said, look, I'll come to the hearing, but I'm not going to be ready by the 13th because I'm not going to be ready to testify, right? Well, she said, no, based on your role as CEO and your media interviews over the past weeks, it's clear to us that the information you have is far sufficient for testimony. As you know, the collapse of FTX has harmed over 1 million people. Your testimony will not only be meaningful to members of Congress, but it's also critical for the American people. So what she's basically saying is, bro, you better be there. Okay, that's it. You better fucking be there. Over here, someone saying a lot of low cap altcoins. Chantal, you got to think about it like this. Caroline was making the investment decisions. Caroline, you heard her interview about stop losses and shit. Okay, cool. Let's see what else there is. Oh, so now listen. He's got a lawyer now. I heard him on a Spaces last night, which is, by the way, the last SBF Spaces I want to be involved in. And he said that he has a lawyer now. The lawyer that he's hired is Mark Cohen. That's his attorney. He was the guy that represented Ghislaine Maxwell in her sex trafficking trial. And he defended El Chapo prior to that. So, I mean, it sounds like quite a high-profile lawyer, right? Sounds like quite a high-profile lawyer. Yesterday, he was asked, how are you paying this guy? Because you only said you got 100 grand, but, you know, you've already been spending some of the 100 grand. He was like, I really have no idea about that. And I don't know how I'm going to pay it. So let me tell you what I think about that. The first thing is, like, you know, Mark Cohen, very Jewish surname, very, very, very Jewish surname. From one Jew to another. Like, I know Jews. Jews don't work without getting paid. Like, it's just, I know how Jews work. Like, you know, I'm Jewish. There's a lot of Jews around me. I mean, look, do you think that there could be like a Jewish lawyer that worked without knowing how he's going to get his money?
I spend my most money with Jewish people and Jewish lawyers.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, we're the opposite of Kanye here. We actually, like, we know the Jews, my Jewish friends, my Jewish lawyers, they ain't going to work without
the ultimate connections.
Yeah, you got to put down a retainer, bro. You got to put down a retainer. I know this because I've dealt with Jewish lawyers. I'm Jewish myself. Like, if I'm Jewish, if I was a lawyer, and a guy like SBF who had been on TV saying he's only got 100 grand said, I've only got 100 grand, please defend me. I'd say, look, bro, you know how we work. Put money down. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing is I did like some background checks about this Mark Cohen dude. So there he is. He runs the firm. You can read his bio. But then, like, more important for me, like, let's say that I'm going to choose a lawyer. First thing I do is I go look at the lawyer's track record. I say, okay, if I'm going to use you as a lawyer, first thing I need to know, like, have you won your cases? Have you not won your cases? What's your story, bro? You don't just pick up a lawyer like Better Call Saul and say, hey, bro, defend me. You do research. You say, okay, who have you represented? Okay. Who did you say you represented? Giselle. Okay, you represented Giselle. I don't know, how do you pronounce him? Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay, that's good. I'm very happy that you said that. Okay, but now the problem is that she got 20 years in prison, bro. She's 60. By the time she's out of prison, I mean, it's game over for her. So she got 20 years. Then El Chapo, guy got life, sentenced to life behind bars. Okay, now he had an appeal. His lawyers argued the guilty verdict was tainted, blah, 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 blah. And basically they said, look, you know, the guy gets life imprisonment. So, like, I get it. Like, you know, you hired the same lawyers, high profile people. Both of them landed up in jail. One landed up in jail for 20 years. The other landed up in jail for life. Yeah, I don't know. Someone says she's not in prison. And I know she's not in prison, but the sentence is the sentence. It's there. So I don't know. I mean, I don't buy this whole thing of I only have 100 grand in my account. Let me tell you that for sure. Only from one Jew to another, I know, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Mark, call me, bro. Let's have a heart to heart, Jew to Jew, bro. Let's talk. There's no way a guy with the surname of Cohen as a lawyer took a client on without taking a retainer, bro. No way. No way. No way. No way. Cool. Okay, that's that. Before we get into the fun stuff, I've got some massive news for you. Huge news. The news is that my forehead is shining again. No, I'm kidding. I've got some big news for you. This Christmas, there's something that you have to buy. Your friends, your family, and everybody. BitBoy launched a book. It's called Catching Up to Crypto. I mean, even Raoul Paul said Catching Up to Crypto is a book that needed to be written, and there's no better person than Ben to write it. So that's from Raoul Paul. So that's coming up for sale. I don't know if it's for sale yet. In the meantime, BitBoy has given $10,000 to Zach XBT because he got caught taking money for token reviews. Okay. And then he wanted to give away the 15K, and he said, who should I give it to? 5K to 3 users of FTX, Grinding Poet, or Zach XBT? The community voted Zach XBT. Then Zach XBT tweeted and said, I can confirm that actually BitBoy sent me 10 grand. So, I mean, there we go. There's a transaction. By the way, if you do want to track any of BitBoy's wallets, this would be a good place to start because that's where he sent his money to Zach XBT. Someone says, please give BitBoy's books as giveaways. Can you not see I'm drowning in giveaways? Do you think I have time for more giveaways? You think I have more? Do you think I have more space for giveaways? I don't have more space yet. All right, let's carry on because we've got a lot to talk about and time is running us. So the one thing about bear markets is that in a bear market, everybody just sues everybody. It's like it's fun. Like I sue you, you sue me. I blame you for losing my money. I blame Kyle. I sue Kyle. Everybody just sues everybody. Okay, so that's what's happening now. There's a company called Furtree. They want to sue Grayscale for details on GBTC. What they're looking for here is they're saying, look, you're charging too much management fees and you should actually liquidate the trust. And that's what they're looking for now. I wouldn't get too excited about this at all. Why? Because these are the same guys that they took a short position on Tether. So they shorted USDT thinking that USDT may go insolvent, and then USDT still hasn't gone insolvent. So not a great track record, but I like what they're doing. Like they stress testing the system. Stress. Yeah, people listen. If you're on my Christmas list, if you have made my Christmas list, I know what we should do. For Fred's wedding, bro. We should give him a copy of the BitBoy book.
I think that's a great idea.
We must do that. No, we will do it. It's Fred's wedding on Saturday. So that's one team that's being sued. Another team that's being sued is not really being sued, but Elizabeth Warren is now, and her friends are sending a letter to Silvergate Bank saying they want all information about. We seek to write all information regarding the relationship between Silvergate Bank and Alameda, Sam Bankman-Fried, etc. So that obviously got the market very scared. Now you can see Silvergate Bank is at $22. Now, this is where you got to ask yourself some really tough questions. Like, one, are you a betting man? If you are a betting man, like I am a betting man, no doubt about that. I take bets on the World Cup all the time and a whole lot of stuff like that. Do you think that these guys can survive? And if you do, then what you got to do is you got to buy when there's FUD. So for me, I'm going to take a nibble. I did say when it gets under 23, I'm going to take a nibble. So I'm going to take a nibble on that. I know it's high risk. I know it's high risk. I'm doing it knowing full well that it's high risk. Cool. So that's that. Geez, there's so much to talk about. I missed one day. I went to watch my 6-year-old's concert for one day. Okay. Chainlink staking has started. If you own Chainlink, then you can go and stake it. Community rewards right now, 4.75% on your Chainlink. Not a bad return for staking Chainlink. So it's finally live. Early access ends in 1 hour, in 1 day, 2 hours, 3 minutes, and 23 seconds. I've got my Chainlink. I'm gonna drop my Chainlink onto the platform. There are 2,600 people with 10 million Link that have already staked it. $75 million worth of Link. That's earlier on today. Let's look at the price of Link. I say under $7. 3, 2, 1, 686. So kind of like what we expected. Okay, let's go on to the next thing. So much going on. So much. I took 1 day off, guys. I took 1 day off. Couple of things before we get into the feature, the highlight. One is Telegram have started to sell anonymous numbers, which you can buy to avoid using a phone number. A random number costs 9 telegrams or tons, which is $15. You can buy them on KuCoin, and the wallet is coined Tonkeeper. Very cool. The company that launched Tether now has launched a Chinese yuan stablecoin. So that's cool. Like they're breaking into the China market, more use cases for crypto. Very, very, very cool. Andrew Tate, I liked what he said about crypto. I actually like a lot of this. I don't agree with everything he says. I agree with some of the things that he says. If you like what he's saying now, just smash the like button, and then we will get to
I'm a proponent of crypto. I do use crypto, Bitcoin, ETH, the big ones.
Okay.
I think that chasing crypto pumps is now over. We're not, the bull run's over. The stupid money is gone. Most people don't understand about crypto that it's person versus person. I see they launch these coins and then they start a Telegram community. And then if you go in the community,
Discord,
if you get in the community, everyone's like, yeah, we're all in this together. No, you're not.
No.
You're not in this together. If you're buying or if you're selling, if you buy crypto at $1 and then you sell it at $10, someone bought it off you at $10.
Yeah. Probably in that same Telegram.
Probably in the same Telegram group. So you're literally stealing money from the other people in your community, the other people who believe in the project. You're stealing money from them. It's player versus player. They start these stupid communities so all of you sit there and don't dump so that the developer can dump.
Yeah.
You're all dummies.
All of you guys.
You're all dummies.
Yeah.
It's player versus player. And a lot of the dumb money is now gone. People who were stupid, who believed in all this
They learned
crap,
their lesson.
they've lost all their money.
Yeah.
So now the only people left in crypto is the smart money, and that's very, very hard to steal, right?
Yeah.
So I think that the idea of chasing a pump right now is very foolish. I also think that one of the detrimental things about crypto is that it recently made people a bunch of money. Yeah, sure. In the last 2 to 3 years or 6 months, at 9 months, whatever it was, the bull run. But the people who made money with crypto didn't learn any real skills. They didn't learn sales. They didn't learn marketing.
So
didn't learn management. Didn't learn how to deal with stress. Didn't learn how to grow a company. Didn't learn how to deal with taxes.
They didn't struggle.
They didn't learn
They didn't get the
anything.
pain.
They didn't struggle.
Yeah.
There was no pain. They bought a coin. They watched it go up. Now they tell the world how smart they are. They think they're a genius. They think they're too good to work, these people. Nah, I'm too smart to work. You don't understand. I know crypto. I bought this coin. My friend, every single coin went up. You're not a genius. Everything went up. All of them went up. You could have bought anything. Yeah, you were in the right place at the right time. You made a little bit of money, but you've learned absolutely zero. And unfortunately, if you have money but no lessons and you're still a dummy, that money is not going to last long, and you're going to lose it. And the world we live in now is also hyper expensive. Like you make a couple $100,000 and you think you're rich. The amount of money you need nowadays to be considered rich is ridiculous.
The last part is the part that hurts. The part which says the amount of money you need now to be rich is a lot of money. You know, like before you could be rich with a couple of $1 million, but now like you want to be rich with all this inflation. Holy fuck! Like this, like you got to be really rich now. You know, they used to say that they used to call an ultra high net worth individual globally someone who had over $30 million, but I think now it's probably going to go up like $50 million because of inflation. So yeah, I mean it's crazy. Okay, we're going to talk about the portfolios, but we're going to do it in 1 second because I promised you guys a lot of things and I have to deliver on my promises because that's the kind of guy that I am. So I said, look, if you are by the way, if this is you and you won, you have to email to verify who you are, giveaways@cryptobanter.com with proof that that is your account number. If you don't do that, we're not going to transfer the money to you, just so you're aware of that. Giveaways@cryptobanter.com. Next. Remember I said we're going to give away a Run or James portfolio to the value of $2,000. Remember? And I said that if you want that, there's still time. You can have one until next week. You need to go down to you need to subscribe to our Discord group and you need to upgrade to VIP. And the way to upgrade to VIP, get a BYBIT account, get a BitGet account, or get a Nord VPN account, and then you become VIP instantaneously. So let's give away a Run or a James portfolio to somebody in the Discord group. Let's just see how many people are in the VIP. There's a lot of you in the VIP now. Let's just quickly see what the numbers are. Okay, wow, there's so many of you in VIP. Fuck, you guys are amazing. Okay, 7,632. So I'm going to let Google help us here. 7,632. The winner gets a $2,000 portfolio into their BYBIT or their BitGet account. Let's go. Number 4,100. So 4,100 gets a $2,000 portfolio into your BYBIT account or BitGet account. Dude or her, dudette, whatever you call it. If you don't have a BYBIT account, I can't help you. Like I got no way. I'm not sending it to you via the internet. It was 4,100, right? So Flip Dim, number 2744, you are the winner. You get yourself a $2,000 portfolio. Tell me whether you want a run portfolio or a James portfolio. And it's not James, the guy that works, or not the guy with the shirt, without the shirt. It's the other guy, James from Invest Answers. All right, let's talk about some fun now. Okay, let's have some fun. And by the way, we're going to do one more BYBIT giveaway today. It's Christmas. There's like a couple of days for Christmas. Someone says, Ran, what if we purchased all these accounts a while ago? Well, as long as you use the Crypto Banter link, you're in, bro. Everybody's in. Everybody's in. It's amazing. Okay. Remember I said to you that this morning I started an exercise of phoning people and asking people what they think is the best buy in their portfolio. And, sometimes you just want to stress check or sense check your own portfolio against others' portfolio. So that's what I did. So I have a list of people that I phoned, and over the next 2-3 days, we're going to keep going through this. And by the end of this, we're going to build a comprehensive list of all the smartest people in the industry and what tokens they believe that they should have in your account. Charles says, way before the Banter referral. Then, hey, go sign up now with BitGet, with BYBIT, get a Nord VPN. Help us help you. Support our channel. We will support you. That's how we work. We change people's lives who are part of our community. Okay, so let's look at some cool names and see what they had in their portfolio. Who should I open first? Who should I open first? No, we'll do Richard Hart last. Come on, we'll do Richard Hart last. BitBoy. Let's do BitBoy. Just for fun. Just for fun, let's do BitBoy, okay? Okay, so I'm going to go to BitBoy's portfolio. Okay, I haven't looked at it. I've got to be honest. Fred did this. I don't know. I haven't spoken to BitBoy myself. I haven't looked at it. Let's say that I think I know that in BitBoy's portfolio. I'm going to guess. XRP.
Yes, I'll guess that as well.
Cardano. Okay. I mean, for sure. For sure, right? Am I right?
So, yes.
XRP, Cardano. I would say the next one in his portfolio is, he keeps talking about that big internet computer, Dominic Williams. What's his name? Dominic Williams runs a project, the one that like really went down hard. It's called ICP, Internet Computer. That's what it's called. Internet Computer Protocol. ETH and Matic. That's what I say BitBoy's portfolio looks like. Are you ready? And this is from BitBoy, eh? Bang. XRP, Cardano, Matic. I did say Matic. I didn't say HBAR. HBAR and Internet, and those are the 5 that BitBoy sent us. Okay, that's what he thinks the top 5 that you should be holding for 2 years. All right, let's do another one because I think this is like getting like really fun. Let's do Hasib. Again, I haven't seen this. Fred did this. If I think Hasib, I would say Hasib loves Near Protocol. He always talks about Near Protocol on the show. He always.
I don't see an app called Nearpod. You
quiet.
could try searching
Oh,
the App Store.
That was Siri. I don't know. Siri, shut up, man. You're ruining the whole show. Okay, look. I say that he says the following, and I haven't seen this. Again, this is Hasib. Okay, so I think this is Hasib's portfolio. ETH, Near, Avalanche, GMX, and like something NFT from left field. And for the life of me, I don't know what it is. So let's look. Again, I haven't seen this. This is all Fred's work. Fred doing his work. Okay, let's have a look here. Hasib's portfolio is, okay, ZK Sync. Okay, which hasn't, I think the token's not out yet. Then Aptos. Okay, interesting. Then Near, which I said he would choose, Matic, and AVAX. So now we know that both Hasib and Bitcoin like Matic, and he likes AVAX. And I sold some of my AVAX the other day. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, hold on. That's fine. All right, let's do a couple more today. Sandeep. I think I know what he would have said. ETH, obviously, because he built on ETH. I think he probably said ETH, Matic, obviously. Bitcoin. And dude likes gaming. Sandeep likes gaming. Sandeep really likes gaming. I know. All right, let's see what Sandeep's top 5 are. Again, this is from them, so you know it's not us. We didn't guess this. We actually texted them, phoned them, spoke to them, whatever. Okay, I was right. So ETH, Matic, Filecoin, Aave, and Indig.
What is that?
I know what Indig is. I know what it is. Indig is an Indian gaming guild. I think it's the biggest Indian gaming guild. Give me a second. I'm gonna get you some information on Indig. Indig is. Give me a second. I'm gonna get you. I don't know. I mean, that was a weird one. So yeah, here it is. Yeah, it's Indie Guild. It's Indie Guild. You see, the price at the ICO was 10 cents. Now it's 6.2 cents. It's an Indian gaming guild. I remember it had big investors. So these are the investors that it had at the time. So that's what Sandeep likes. Let's look at some other ones. Let's see what else. By the way, tell me if you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this, tomorrow we can carry it on and we can keep building this. Ali, I'm going to listen to you and I'm going to go to CTO Larson. Okay, so here's what I think CTO Larson would have done. He's a conservative guy. Bitcoin, ETH, Matic, Thorchain. What would be the fifth? Okay, let's see what CTO Larson would buy as his thing. And again, all of this comes from them. You can verify it with them. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. BNB. So Bitcoin, ETH, BNB, Rune, and Matic. Tell me I don't know my guests and I know these guys. I can hear it. I can feel it. I know them. All right, let's do one more today, and tomorrow we'll do some more. And I think if you guys want it, just tell me yes or no in the comments. If you want us to carry on with this, let us know. If it's adding value to it, no. So let's do Carl Dupes, and then let's do Carl Dupes, and then we'll do Richard Hart. So Carl Dupes, conservative. I haven't seen your picks, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, are you sure you haven't?
I have not seen the picks. Fred made the spreadsheet. It's black. You can see. Okay. What would I say? Carl Dupes. Carl Dupes is a conservative motherfucker. So I would say that Carl Dupes' portfolio is USDC, USDT, BUSD, DAI.
No, come on, this is getting ridiculous.
Okay, no, Bitcoin, ETH, Matic, Rune, Bitcoin, ETH, Matic, Rune. I don't know. Let's see what Carl and of course all the USDTs. Let's have a look here. Matic. Okay. Wow. Hold on. Whoa. What the hell? So Matic. What the hell? Matic, Ultra, Energy Web Token, Link, Arweave. Hold on. Just got to fix something. Yeah. Okay.
Good for the next few weeks.
There we go. So I've got Carl's portfolio for you guys. I'm going to share the link. With you guys of Carl's portfolio. Okay, last one. Let's do Richard Hart.
Yes, they've been waiting.
Okay, so yeah, so listen. For Richard Hart, this is what I'm going to say. He doesn't like talking about his portfolio.
You know, it might be the first show ever that he actually reveals something.
It's the first show ever that he's done. And again, I haven't seen this. That's part of the rules here. I don't see it until the show. Fred done this. I would say the following for Richard Hart. And he hates Bitcoin. He doesn't mind ETH. So I would say he probably says ETH. Obviously Hex. ETH Hex. I mean, I don't know what else he'd be buying.
Maybe Uniswap. I think I would get
Uniswap. Okay, but some people Pulse Chain.
But he can't. It hasn't launched.
Oh, you can't buy something that hasn't launched. Okay.
Dogecoin. That's my guess.
He would never buy Dogecoin. Come on.
Well, maybe DAX.
Okay, let's see. Richard Hart's portfolio looks like Hex, ETH, Monero, and Bitcoin, and not a fifth one. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
I honestly thought he'd have Uniswap.
Okay, let's do one more. Because I must say, I'm having a lot of fun. I don't really care about anyone else here. I'm having fun. That's cool. Okay, let's do Vinny. Okay, because Vinny is pretty easy, right?
Yeah,
We all know Vinny. Okay, I'll tell you Vinny. Solana, Filecoin, Doge, Chingari, ETH. Let's see. I mean, Vinny is easy to read. Come on. Vinny is like, come on. That's like anyone can read Vinny. Hold on. Let's just quickly, I'm trying to get this back. Okay. So let's see if I'm right here. Ready, steady, go. Bitcoin. Oh, Renda. I forgot about Renda. All right, listen. So if you want, tell me in the comments tonight. Tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'll check the comments and then we'll tell you, you can see what these people, in the meantime, we're building this list bigger and bigger and bigger. Also, let me know if there's anybody else you want on the list. Cool. Lastly, before we go, I did promise you guys we're going to do another box. Yes. Show me your box. Okay. If you want to box number 2 again, but everyone's choosing box number 2. It's not fair. Okay, so 3907 is the winner. Okay, 3907 is the winner. And okay, so just so you can see, 3907 is the winner. The box is box number 2.
Yeah, that's 43% of the votes.
Oh, we said you have to put on Christmas hats. Bro, it's all about Christmas. It's about being festive. It's like, it's amazing. Okay, cool. So, show me the inside of your box, is what I said. Box number 2. Before we give away box number 2, let us check what is in box number 1. Had you won box number 1, you would have won $750. And you would have won an NFT of Miles's first ever tweet. It would be a long NFT. It's like an NFT thread. But you didn't win that. Had you won box number 3. Oh my God. Again, I don't see this shit. So just so you know, I don't see this shit. You would have won $200. And you would have won horse show jumping with Run.
I don't know if they know how much you like horses.
I love horse riding. I'm a show jumper. Who does this? Who makes this shit? But instead, number 3907, which by the way, 3907. Let's go to 3907 and see what 3907's account number is. Carl, can you share my screen? Because if I lose 3907, this is just so you can see we're not cheating. Like this is, you got to see that we're actually very honest here. Okay, 3907. So that's 259-18704. You have to email giveaways@cryptobanter.com and you have to identify yourself in order to win. This game's rigged, bro. Because everyone always chooses the highest amount. Come on, guys. Everyone always chooses the highest amounts. This game's rigged. Anyway, listen, love you guys madly. If you want to participate in this competition, there's a few more days until Christmas. This is what you need to do. You'll see something change here. Okay, so now you go to, this is what you need to do. You go to this here. You subscribe to James has put the wrong. Okay, so you go here. You open an account using this link over here, and you can win up to $50,000 every day. No one's won a $50,000 yet, and then you got to have over $250 in your account. Also, remember, sign up onto our Discord, upgrade to VIP, and you can win a Run Invest Answers portfolio. Long show today. I will see you guys again tomorrow. It's going to be fun. Until then, stay safe, trade well, my friends.
Come to the office, okay.